You know what blows my mind? The idea that our thoughts literally rewire our brains every 2 hours, completely reshaping our reality. Today we're exploring how this neurological fact connects to success and manifestation in ways most people never realise.
That's such a fascinating way to think about our brain's plasticity, and it really makes you wonder how many opportunities we miss to reshape our reality throughout each day.
Well, I just came across this incredible story about a coach who managed to double her income twice through manifestation techniques. But here's the twist. She couldn't maintain it because her inner beliefs weren't aligned with her external success.
So you're saying it wasn't just about positive thinking? There must be more to the story.
Oh, there definitely is. She brings up this brilliant quote from Nikola Tesla about how everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. And get this, she compares our minds to radio stations, constantly broadcasting our reality through our thoughts and words.
That's such an interesting analogy. How exactly does she break down that connection?
Well, think of it this way. Your daily language sets the frequency, your beliefs create the vibration, and your personal stories generate the energy. It's like we're all walking around with our own personal broadcasting stations, sending signals to the universe about what we expect to receive.
You know what's fascinating about that? It reminds me of recent neuroscience research about how our brains process information through both language and imagery centers.
Exactly right, and she dives deep into that. She explains how our emotional brain primarily communicates through imagery, while our logical brain works through verbal and mathematical processing. But here's where it gets really interesting. She identifies 3 essential emotional vibrations we need for successful manifestation.
Oh, tell me more about these 3 vibrations. What are they?
Trust, love, and safety. She says without these 3 elements supporting us, it's like trying to swim upstream against a powerful current. And here's the kicker. She explains how our brains reconsolidate memory every 2 hours, giving us multiple chances each day to adjust our manifestation frequency.
That's mind-blowing when you think about it. So we're literally getting fresh opportunities throughout the day to reshape our reality.
Precisely. And she outlines 3 specific approaches to maintain these positive vibrations. The first is what she calls an open, upbeat, future-oriented attribution style. Basically, how we explain both success and failure to ourselves.
Well, that makes me think about how often we might be unconsciously sabotaging ourselves with negative attributions.
You know what's really fascinating about that? She gives this example of how even small distinctions in our language, like whether we say we do success versus are successful, can completely change our manifestation results.
So it's almost like we're coding our own reality through our word choices.
Exactly that. And she emphasises something really crucial. It's not about forcing happiness when you're sad. Instead, it's about teaching your emotions to express themselves in ways that support abundance.
That's such a refreshing perspective, not denying our emotions, but rather working with them constructively.
And here's something else that really struck me. She talks about how we often do the opposite of what serves us. We feed worry, guilt, and shame with our daily inner monologues, playing out problems over and over again.
Like when we think we're problem solving, but we're actually just reinforcing negative patterns.
Precisely. And she brings up this fascinating point about neuroplasticity. Every time we choose different thoughts or words, we're literally rewiring our neural pathways. It's like we're the programmers of our own brain software.
That's such a powerful metaphor. So how does she suggest we maintain this positive programming when life throws challenges our way?
Well, she emphasises this concept of playfulness with our inner elements. Instead of fighting negative thoughts, we can acknowledge them while choosing to enhance what feels good by adding more mental space, vivid imagery, and positive emotion to it.
You know, that reminds me of recent studies in positive psychology about the impact of visualization on achievement. The brain actually can't tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one.
That's so true. And she takes it even further by suggesting we treat our emotions like separate entities that need guidance. Like, it's not about suppressing sadness, but teaching our inner sadness how to process things in a more constructive way.
So, what's the key takeaway here? How do we actually put this into practice?
Well, she emphasises that manifestation isn't magical, it's practical. It's about consistent, conscious choices in our language and imagery, understanding that every 2 hours we get a fresh chance to reshape our reality. Think of it as regular maintenance for your internal radio station.
That really puts the power back in our hands, doesn't it? Instead of waiting for the universe to grant our wishes, we're actively participating in creating our reality.
And that's exactly what makes this so powerful. It's not about perfect positive thinking. It's about building a sustainable internal framework that can actually support and maintain success when it comes. It's like creating the perfect conditions for your dreams to not just arrive, but to stay and flourish.
Well, this has certainly given me a lot to think about regarding my own internal broadcast frequency.
You know what they say, change your frequency, change your life. And remember everyone, as the author points out, it's not about running in circles anymore. It's about making better choices with our language and imagery, one thought at a time, every 2 hours, every single day.